joining us. We've played through one quarter in this one. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for Chicago.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that. And being that Bosch is 6'11", dunking comes easy. And once he's this close to the basket, he's ready to attack.
And it's SGA missing. And what you love about Cooper Flag, GA, he's committed with playing the game the right way.
Yeah, I mean, even back in middle school, we would binge watch the '86 Celtics, a team known for its high IQ.
Well, that's one way to avoid getting posterized. Stand tall and protect the rim.
Charlotte making a switch here.
Number 43.
Shot clock at 5. Payne for 3. Chicago grabs the miss.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the '92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
Down low. Here's Bosch.
Yeah, that's like a quarterback leading his receiver. Put it right on it.
Back to Mourning. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And here we go with Bosch running it up the floor. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's SGA.
An outstanding transition player. When Gilgeous-Alexander is on the attack, good luck trying to contain it.
Pass to Sigma. And it's Mourning with the rebound.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
To the middle. Here's Odom. And slam dunk by Odom.
Oh, getting to the rim with ease. Lamar Odom, the lefty, with the finish.
To Cunningham. To the paint. Here's Sigma. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Sigma's got 8 points.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
So both teams making some changes here. Here's Odom. And Mourning says it back.
Oh, my word. You can't play much tougher interior defense than that.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. 5 to shoot. Here's Gervin. And again, Chicago. No good. Charlotte trails by 5. To the middle. Kuminga. No good on the strong take. And then Odom slams it in.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
I mean, what more can you do when it comes to interior defense? That's perfect.
Back to Mourning. Kicks it out to Johnson. Back to Mourning. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Check out Mourning inside, where he operates with such confidence. This close in, he knows he's got the shot.
That's a 2 from Smith. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And when he puts his head down, attacks, Kuminga is as dangerous as anybody.
Shot by Odom, no good. No one near Edwards as he lets it walk. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. It's Chicago leading by 3. And will return shortly. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And so it's Charlotte with it. They trail by 3. Pass to Sigma. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And Chicago has possession. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Smith. Some solid defense from Grant. Here is Sigma. James covered. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Sure, why settle for the layup when you can just jam it home? You gotta love the aggressive finish.
And he stays with it. LeBron James on the wing. Back to Smith. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Anthony Edwards. Chicago shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
Taken 3rd overall in 2022, Smith, instead of trying to take the league by storm, he was looking for ways to fit in within the system. And that's what coaches love about players like him. Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And Wall slams it home.
And to say Wall's explosive at the rim doesn't do him justice. I mean, this guy is a freak of nature.
Grant, that's good.
How about the ball movement there? Creates the opportunity. Nice decision there to send it out.
Smith drives in. Outside, Wall. Shoots the 3. That one will not drop. It's his first miss. He's 4 for 5. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Thompson is known for that shooting ability, but deserves more recognition for his defense. He's got the size, the lateral quickness, and most importantly, the desire defensively.
Chicago calls timeout. Chicago making a switch here. And so Simons will bring it up for Charlotte. Pass to Bosch. And here is Simons. Still yet to score. Now Mourning for the lead. And Simons with the lay-in. Good. Simons has got the lead up to 2 now for Charlotte. And Anthony Simons got his teeth under Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum, Stan. Some pretty good manners.
You aren't kidding, Kevin. And I think going up against those guys in practice every day, watching them every night, and being another guard who has to score the ball, he couldn't have learned from anybody better. And Anthony Simons now a tough guy to stop.
Bosch, the lefty with the N1.
Chicago trails by 5. Here's West. To end the run. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Back to Bosch. And he drives in. And Chris Bosch with the slam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Pass to James. Tries again. And it's flagged with the rebound.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it work.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Great positioning on the putback. Wallace has got his first 2 points.
Well, that was just great timing and playing with a high motor.
Here's Bane. Nothing on the board. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
Well, Brad can do it all. He can initiate, and he can beat you off the catch as well.
The rebound by Simon. To the inside. Pass to Flag. Outside, Payne. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball. Game. Charlotte leads by 11. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Chicago trails by 11. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. In the corner, it's James. Just 5 on the clock. Inside, Smith. And Smith with the stuff.
And guys, we're going to see a lot of that from this young man. Smith right now, beasting. We're seeing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Thompson. Pass to Grant. Down low. Out to Thompson. It's stolen by SGA.
That's what we call intelligent defense. Just put himself in a position to make a play on that kick out.
Now Grant. Poke loose. Now Wall. Gilgeous-Alexander. He nails it from 11.
And he had a good look, and Gilgeous-Alexander made it pay off.
And he makes that one count.
Smart play, capitalizing close at the rim.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the move.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Thompson. Outside, Grant.
2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, I think Grant doubles down when the defense gets close. He wants to get the whistle.
He drops the first one, and that will push the lead to double digits. And Grant drops them both. 1:57 left to play in the final quarter.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Screen by Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo, strong finish.
He's too strong. If you're going to hit Giannis, make him feel it.
Al Grant unloads from 13. Oh, what a play inside.
Talk about timing. That lead pass was right on cue.
Doncic. The three is off.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room. Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Here's Flag. Shoots the three. Down he goes for three.
Yeah, they can count this one in the win column. It has been a tremendous effort.
Yeah, look, sometimes you just break your opponent's spirit, and I think this has been one of those times.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, a former late first-round pick in 2018, Simons continues to prove the doubters wrong with his fantastic scoring ability.
Releases. There's the jumper. Nice one.
Assisted. Alonzo Mourning.
Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Outside Simons. He finishes with a one-handed dunk.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
And so it's West with it. He brings it up for Chicago. 17-point game. And so it's Charlotte with it. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. It misses. West with the ball. Now defended by Bane. That's off. For three. The three goes down.
The defenses should always expect this from Bane. He's a skilled distance shooter.
Assist throws to Harper.
Flag fires. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. They Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. Tonight, it'll be Chicago going up against Indianapolis. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. So it'll be Chicago off the tip. Wade surveying the D.
That's a high IQ play from such a young player. Wade found his man easily off the screen.
To the middle. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is...
Oh,
goodness.
Well, Jeremy Grant doing work at the rim. Don't give him any space, boy. This guy can get up.
You know, Greg, being a two-way player got Jeremy Grant into the NBA. But now he's grown even more.
Yeah, early on in his career, he was often the primary defender on elite scorers. Then he added scoring to his game in Detroit, becoming an effective two-way player.
The youngster showing no fear on his way in. Wade there with the nice finish. And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often. This guy's such a talented finisher, but the D does just enough.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Doesn't matter where on the floor Anthony Edwards is. That shot mechanic's so pretty, so fluid.
To the paint, and the dunk by Grant.
Just a passing clinic.
Here's Bosch, and the dunk by Bosch.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Wade outside. And the 3 off target. Bosch will bring it up for Indianapolis. And Grant sends it back.
That's spectacular defense right there. That's a restricted area attempt, and he's not having it.
And they're pushing it up. Edwards, no good. Here's Chicago. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And the dunk by Grant.
How about Jeremy Grant playing to his strength, uses that athleticism to finish that one with authority. When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
It's Odom with the drop. And slam dunk by Odom.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And nothing like taking it to the hole yourself.
Here's Odom. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And nice pass by Grant. And this is what happens when you become a great scorer. You draw defenders, which often leaves someone open.
And Mourning throws it down.
Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there. That makes the game easy.
Grant on the wing. Driving to the basket. And the dunk by Grant.
Oh, Jeremy Grant going to give a little lesson in how to finish off a drive. Whoa.
Bosch, the screen. Pass to Mourning. Stolen by Grant. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Gets very physical inside and is rewarded with the call. Good offense there.
Chicago shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Well, I like how Jeremy Grant continues to work on his game. The jumper is coming along, and he remains an exceptional defensive player.
And that one's good by Bosch.
Well, listen, I like the bucket, but defensively, you've got to be better.
2 on the clock. And the dunk by Grant.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
Jeremy Grant, he is feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Chicago. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. Quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Chicago.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
They've also done a great job finding openings and exploiting them. Take those lanes when they're given and turn them into points.
Here's Smith. Tries again. James. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, you love to see LeBron go to the window and set the tone with his rebounding. That is nicely done.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Here's James. Inside. And the flush by Antetokounmpo!
And of all LeBron's championship characteristics, and there are many, his greatest may be his unselfishness.
Here he goes. Pass to Sprewell. And here's Cunningham. Bosch, the screen. Just 5 on the clock. And the rejection by Smith.
A relentless defender. Smith proving how disruptive he can be on that end.
Count the basket.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Odom a screen. And it's Smith penetrating. And the dunk by Smith.
And I like this play by Smith, leaping up off the drive to hand deliver it to the basket.
Pass to Smith. Shot to stop the run. And it's good on the layup.
I'll tell you, an underrated thing right there. How effective that screen was. It just creates a lane to the cup.
And he drives in. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistleblower.
Now, we've seen this before. The aggressive take by SGA. Love to see him in attack mode.
Chicago making a switch here.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
This is where the size, speed, and mobility of Jeremy Grant comes into play. On the roll, tough to deal with.
And you know, with some players, it's more than just the numbers. He provides things for this team that don't always show up in a stat sheet.
1:27 left from the first half of basketball. Screen by James. The three for Doncic.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Down low. Ariza with the bucket.
A strong finisher around the rim. Ariza with the size to do some damage.
From deep LeBron. They get it again. Stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. Indianapolis trails by 7. Outside Thomas. In the corner, Murray with it. Screen by Smith. To the inside. His second shot goes in off to a good start.
Challenge, bro.
And Smith is just so impressive, especially when he's working in that screen and roll.
Grant goes in. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Jabari Smith picks one up. Chicago shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete.
Indianapolis moving it around. Nice shot by Smith.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Chicago calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And that concludes the first half. Chicago leads by 9. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Pass to Howard. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Not easy to wrap up Howard, one of the strongest players in the league.
For Indianapolis, they shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. Doncic to the rack. And the dunk by Doncic.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And so he hits the technical free throw. You know, DB, recently we've seen Anthony Edwards reach new heights as a three-point shooter.
Anthony Edwards has now embraced the complete analytics of the game. He is a high-volume three-point shooter, and he's still a terror en route to the cup.
Now, here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
There's a savviness innate to Luka Doncic. He has played this game for such a long time. Pick and roll, yeah, that's in my bag.
Back to Grant. Plays it up and banks it in. And Chicago leads by 10.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Wade. Into the lane. And then Wade slams it in.
I'll tell you, still some athleticism from the wily veteran. Love seeing Dwayne Wade use those physical gifts. Go ahead, Wade.
To the paint. And it's Howard finishing it off.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's his first foul. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Wade with it, and Bosch picks him up defensively. Beyond the arc. Grant. And it's Indianapolis with the rebound. Stolen by Wade. Here's Grant. Chicago with a new 14. Wade outside. Down low. Howard with the steal. Here's Ariza. Rebound, Grant.
Most defenses want to protect the paint first. Great job there.
.1:15 left in the third quarter. Here's Grant. It drops. That's his ninth field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
This may be as aggressive as Jeremy Grant gets. He is right now lighting up the opposition.
Time called here. Indianapolis decides to talk it over. Indianapolis trails by 10. Here's the drive. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
.52 seconds left in the third. Here goes Gilgeous-Alexander. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Making it look simple. The athleticism of Giannis on full display.
Out to Smith. And it's Smith finishing it off.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Embiid the screen. Oh, Embiid too tough inside.
I'm not sure there is a right way to defend LeBron in pick-and-roll situations. He'll score it, or he's going to set up a teammate. Turn the lights out.
And the dunk by Embiid.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And so it's Chicago, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been putting on a... And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Here's Doncic. In the corner, it's James. And it's Grant in the corner. Back to Smith's. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Smith's got the lead up to 14 now for Chicago.
And Smith is just so impressive, especially when he's working in that screen and roll.
Yeah, we'll take the mid-range jumper if it's offered. No problem.
Kicks it out to James. Another one falls for Chicago.
Yeah, it's very hard to guard LeBron James because he's a three-level scorer. Catches the defense off guard, just pulls up into that mid-range.
That's a 2 from Smith. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Now James. Oh, what a finish.
LeBron James, one of the great showmen to ever lace them up. How about that finish, folks?
Screen by Smith. James rips down the rebound.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Shot from 12. Smith. And the layup is off. Chicago leading by 16. James outside. And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Horace Grant, Lamar Odom, Dwayne Wade.
Now Smith. Shoots from 12. Another chance here. He gets the bucket on the way in.
And smart play by Smith, using that build to get in there and just fight for the rebound and the finish.
And he slams it down with a one-arm hammer.
Oh, my goodness. with authority, leaving no doubt.
Smith outside. Lou Dort. He's off from 3.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Doncic. Grant. Let's lose a 3. Smith there for the rebound.
We call that lockdown perimeter defense against an excellent three-point shooter.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Here's Grant. And stolen by Mourning. Now Dort. 3. Good.
And when you get inside like he did, that's when you have to locate the shooters on the perimeter.
And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That'll be his second foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Now SGA. .27 seconds left in the game. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And Embiid with the block. And so Chicago takes this one in by a big margin. And in the win.
You're watching the coming into the game.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be Chicago going up against Detroit. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Chicago to start out. Grant outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Dennis Rodman. That is his first foul of the game. Screen by Grant. Grant goes in. And the dunk by Grant.
Jeremy Grant going to give a little lesson in how to finish off a drive. Whoa.
On the wing, Malone. Back to Giddey. Six to shoot. Pass to Rodman. From deep. Korver, no luck. Now here's Odom. Rebounded by Malone. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Giannis, no good.
Most defenses want to protect the paint first. Great job there.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Here's Wade. And the rejection by Giannis. Inside. Comes up. Malone wide open. Good. And Giannis picking up the assist.
And from time to time, Malone can make that. The D is going to have to adjust moving forward.
And stolen by Malone. It's stolen by Odom. Grant goes in. And the layup's good off the glass. Grant's got his second bucket.
I mean, what a cut. He just slices right in there for the basket.
And it's Korver in the corner. No good from outside.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Wade misses. And it's Detroit's ball. They trail by one. And slammed in by Malone.
I love watching Malone just use that strength. He's so good at just kind of burrowing his way inside and then finishing above the rim.
To the paint. Here's Rodman. And the jam by Dennis Rodman.
Wow, he comes with force on that dunk. Big time play.
Grant for three. Detroit with the rebound.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as the block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And it's Doncic missing. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Kyle Korver, throughout the course of his career, has been one of the most efficient players in the NBA. Doesn't matter if he's in the mid-range, the three-point line, or the free throw line.
Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Roy gets the bucket.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
And on the drive, Giannis, he can be so disruptive, just muscling his way through the defense.
Now here's Brunson. There's the three. And Brandon Roy with the three. Roy's got 5 points so far.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
Edwards with the screen. Outside Roy. Beyond the arc. Good on the triple. He's got 8. And so it's Detroit going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Back right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Detroit.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances.
Now here's Brunson. Outside Edwards. And here's Bosch. Nothing on the board. Clock is at 3. But 3 was shot off that time. Chicago trails by 10. It's stolen by Edwards. Down low. And then Roy with the dunk.
And just showing off for the crowd a little bit there. Roy enjoys putting on the show.
Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, it jumps out at him. But it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
Now, Jalen Brunson approaches the point guard position as a scorer. Boy, this guy can light you up.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass the box. Back at 2. Detroit needs to get off a shot. No good from Roy. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for Chicago. It's a 13-point game. Now, Antetokounmpo, and taken away by Roy. It's stolen by SGA. From deep, Wall. And again, no good by Chicago. And it's Detroit's ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Here's Brunson. Here's Bosch. Pass to Brunson. Back to Bosch. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Bosch has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And we may have an injury here that does not look good.
And boy, this really doesn't look good. That's just the way it happened.
Boy, it's got to be so frustrating for him. As hard as he has worked, doing everything he can to help his team, just heartbreaking.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
It's stolen by Smith. West with a wide open look. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. West has got 5 points now in the quarter.
I mean, that's what I call the prototype. When you talk about catching and shooting, West squares those shoulders, elbow in perfect alignment. Money.
That up fake, that's using the aggressiveness of your defender against a beautiful play.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Now here's West. He's got 5. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Giddey goes in. And that one is hammered home.
I tell you, if you give Josh Giddey a lane to the cup, look out. He knows how to finish.
Giannis with it. Defended by Giddey. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Wade for 3. Drills it from outside. Wade's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. On the wing, Korver. Bosch, the screen. Lets it go from deep. Korver, no luck. Chicago trails by 11. Wade misses. Pass to Bosch. Here's Giddey. Kicks it out to Malone. To the middle. Here's Bosch. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Detroit leads by 11. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Nice trick. I know
There
his
wasn't too
trick.
much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Here's Giddey. Pass to Korver. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Rodman. And Odom pulls it down. Chicago trails by 11. And then Odom slams it in.
Oh, getting to the rim with ease. Lamar Odom, the lefty, with the finish.
Pass to Rodman. And the jam by Dennis Rodman.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Greg, we have another up-and-comer from down under, Josh Giddey.
I mean, a lot of young talent coming to the NBA by way of Australia with a great skill development program showing in Giddey, who stands 6'8", but plays like a small point guard.
Here's Giddey. Following the basket by Jeremy Grant. Here's Malone. And the jam by Karl Malone.
Boy, Josh Giddey is showing off that great vision right there.
And here's West from the arc. Drops in the tray. West has got 8 points.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
Malone outside. Back to Giddey. Pass to Korver. There's the double team with Grant. On the wing, Malone. Rodman no good. Chicago trails by 8. Now Grant, guarded by Malone. West outside. Screen by Grant. From outside the arc. Rebound Detroit.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
And this is Korver's shot. Continues to knock down that tray ball. He's as consistent as it gets from here.
Grant at the elbow. Odom a screen. From downtown. From the arc. Offensive rebound. This one for 3. The shot, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Now Giddey. And the foul called on Josh Giddey. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
I like seeing Wade challenge the defense on the attack, forcing the issue there and drawing the foul.
And Wade drops them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Outside Edwards. Pass to Bosh. And it's Chicago with the rebound. No one near James as he lets it go. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
And, you know, he just got a little ahead of himself on that one. How does a great finisher not dunk that ball? I still can't figure that one. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's Detroit up by 12. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Williams will bring it up for Chicago. Down by 12. Here's Giannis. Grant outside. Screen by Antetokounmpo. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, be opportunistic, right? Ball comes off the window. Go get it and create an opportunity. John Wall does just that.
Brunson scanning the floor. And the dunk by Brunson.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
Giannis will take on any defender. Nice finish that time.
Outside Roy. 6 on the shot clock. Fires. Wall with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
LeBron James, one of the great showmen to ever lace them up. How about that finish, folks?
Wall with the steal. Rebounded by Edwards.
Boy, that's an example of a player taking what the defense gives you, just doesn't work out in his favor, right? He misses the shot.
Now Smith. And there's the dunk.
And guys, we're going to see a lot of that from this young man. Smith right now, beastly.
I tell you have to see the window and then deliver the basketball on time. That's a pretty pass.
Brunson with it. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Got a piece of it. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. All with it. Brunson picks him up. Giannis rips it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Rodman looking it over.
Damn, man. That shit froze. I would have had that win. Making a nice comeback, too. Down by 20. I was down by 4. I was going to win.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. tip. Now here is Smith. Smith outside. And the shot is good.
Far from just a jump shooter now. Smith also impressive at finishing in close.
And it's Wade with the ball for Chicago. The three for Doncic. Hartford with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Johnson. And Grant sends it back.
With his length and athleticism, Grant covers a lot of ground defensively.
Checking in for Chicago, number 44, George
Smith up top. Here's Chamberlain. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
To the middle. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
But here's the problem. No one's got the strength to move Wilt off his spot, and no one has the height to challenge the shot at its point of release. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
You know, Greg, being a two-way player got Jeremy Grant into the NBA. But now he's grown even more.
Yeah, early on in his career, he was often the primary defender on elite scorers. Then he added scoring to his game in Detroit, becoming an effective two-way player.
Here's Smith. Following the basket by Jeremy Grant. Hartford moving the ball around. And they'll get another chance. Johnson wide open. He fires. No good with the triple. And it's Grant in the corner. And stolen by Chamberlain. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And the shot is good from Johnson.
Going in there, and Johnson playing big.
Gervin for three. Rebound by Smith. Hartford leading by 3. Johnson from outside. Another miss by Johnson. Grant surveying the D. Going inside. And the dunk by Grant.
Watch out. Grant coming through.
Pass to Smith. Gervin with the steal. And it's Gervin finishing it off.
And going downhill there, you have to stop the ball before it can get to the hoop.
And here is Johnson. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
substitution on the court.
Two for one opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Back to LeBron. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
Dangerous from the perimeter. LeBron is definitely a threat from that corner.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Chicago making a switch here. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. To the inside. Gobert. And foul on the shot.
Foul on
So
it.
he'll get a chance at the line.
That close, he's almost automatic. No wonder the defense is all over Gobert.
Both good from the line that time. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter. James wide open. Another three for Chicago.
Got to respect that kind of range.
Inside. Gobert can't hit.
He converts those at a high rate, but not that time.
Pass to LeBron. From downtown, another three for Chicago.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the
He's going to start double teaming. Double team me, buddy.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Chicago. And it's that three-point range where he takes the most damage. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
They've also displayed a real unselfishness as a team, moving the basketball well, sharing the rock, and giving everybody a chance to participate in the offense.
And oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. Here's Smith driving the lane.
And I like this play by Smith, leaping up off the drive to hand deliver it to the basket.
Clark, when you think of three-level scorers at the power forward position, Jabari Smith fits the bill.
Yeah, he runs like a gazelle and seems to never tire. I mean, the energy he plays with is contagious and seems limitless. He gets himself to the rim. He's got a sweet stroke. Boy, I tell you, his future is really bright.
Gobert with the block.
This has always been a highlight of Gobert's game. Elite rim protection.
Lays it up off the glass.
Playmaking, platinum level.
Outside, James. Overhead. James, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he lifts on that.
The length of Odom shows up at both ends of the floor. Outstanding defense there.
It's stolen by Gobert. Smith surveying the D. Pass to James. And again, no good by Chicago.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and was maybe a step out of his range.
Back to Johnson. It's stolen by Odom. LeBron outside. And he hammers that one right down into the face of Jalen Johnson.
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Here's Johnson. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
James with the bucket.
Add this game to LeBron's extensive career highlights. I mean, he's had plenty of big nights like this, but it never gets old.
Has to Gobert. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Jabari Smith picks one up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. Much better off making him go to the line.
And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams look to point outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence at the rim.
Outside Korver hits the three-point bomb. Korver's got himself going there. His first points of the game with a deep ball. Pass to Doncic. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. It's Odom with the drive.
Odom driving with force that time. Moving pretty well for a guy of his size.
And it's Korver in the corner. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Korver's got 6.
He knows he can get his shot anytime he wants, and he also knows he has the green light.
Just away. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. And we've reached halftime in this one. It's Chicago up 10. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Here's LeBron. Here's on the drive. And the dunk by Grant.
Yeah, you know, that level of physicality that Grant brings inside is awesome to watch. He does a great job with finishing with that power above the rim.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help. Watch out. Come on now. Throw it down. You know, really impossible to know what James is thinking in advance. I mean, especially in these sets.
To the paint. Good. He's got 7.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Wade outside. Here's Gervin. Count that one. Gervin's got his second bucket.
So smooth, elusive, eel-like is George Gervin, especially when it comes to torturing defenses in screen and roll action.
Lillard. And it falls over the rim and in.
Nice and composed there, not letting anything throw him off.
Wade down the lane. And he lays it straight in. And Chicago leads by 11.
Wade just gone after his first step. So quick.
Pass to Korver. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Korver's got 6 in the quarter.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about that. As long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
Here's Wade. Pass to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Oh, that's a high IQ play from such a young player. Wade found his man easily off the screen.
Towns with the bucket.
That's clearly a recent trend. Big guys who can shoot it from distance.
The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, ranked as a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
And the outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites in offense.
Embiid off the bounce. Embiid the screen. And the dunk by Embiid.
Hey, Embiid is used to this. It's second nature to him. That's why he's so good at being able to score through contact.
That's a 2 from Lillard. And Horford again with the bucket.
And that one looked good the moment it left his hands.
Outside, James. Pass to Embiid. Out to West. Back to Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Embiid's got 6 points. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. And it's Lillard missing. And it's Wade with the ball for Chicago. They've led by as many as 14 points. It's deflected. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Giannis, automatic inside.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Hartford trails by 13. Cunningham right side. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
What a finish. Just powering it down.
Here's SGA. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
The classic combo guard. Gilgeous-Alexander is effective in the two-man game, especially on that first option, taking it himself.
And Giannis pushing it up. No No one back to stop him.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
Pass to Smith. And it's blocked by SGA.
And great read there by SGA. He knew the shot was coming and just trusted his instincts.
And oh, what a play. He just palms the block. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Here's Cunningham. For three. Antetokounmpo with the rebound.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
A huge two-handed slam.
Well-rounded effort, and they showed no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. Chicago to start out. Doncic feeling it out. A three. It's hauled in by Sidney. And as the days and months go by, Greg, it still may take us some time to get over the shock of last season's trade of Luka Doncic.
And we know the question marks as far as conditioning, defense that led to it. But hard to bet against the talent of his caliber.
Well, Jeremy Grant doing work at the rim. Don't give him any space, boy. This guy can get up.
And that one drops.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Open for three. And gets the ball, and he's missed the second after making his first. From 15 feet away, back to Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
How about Jeremy Grant playing to his strength, uses that athleticism to finish that one with authority.
And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Oh, dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender.
And that's just too easy. The size, strength, length, no way to stop Chamberlain once he gets the ball in that class.
On the wing, Hardaway. Pass to Chamberlain. Shoots over Grant. Again, Chamberlain missed.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Chicago making a switch here. A minute 42 left to play in the first quarter. And again, Chicago, no good. Chamberlain, no luck.
Boy, I'd like to see him finish that play with more authority.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Right wing, uncovered, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Chamberlain got 10.
Yeah, that 15, 16, 17, 18-foot area, you can exploit it at times in the NBA right now.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Jimmy Butler sinks the three-pointer.
Well, never one to force up a three. Jimmy Butler judiciously will take a three-point opportunity. That is a nice delivery.
From deep, James tried to tip it in, but couldn't quite get it. Pippen with the wide-open look. Another one falls for Chicago.
Just a great flow to that play. He's anticipating the pass, perfect rhythm on that jump.
Fucking pussy don't guard.
Here's Hardaway. Still scoreless. Into the lane.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've got. Nothing more important than protecting the rim, folks, and that's exactly what they get.
to Chamberlain. Got it off in time. No good on the last second attempt there. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. It's Chicago.
20.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Chicago leading by 11. Pass to Turner. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Now that's called positioning, and Turner has the verticality to make it easy.
Screen by Smith. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Edwards. Edwards flies in to cap off the break. What hustle!
And it's all about hustle in transition, especially when you're trying to stay ahead on the break.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
Here's SGA.
Very few people do it more often or better in pick-and-roll action than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's tough to stop.
Outside, Wall. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And the three ball is good. Turner's got 5 now.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Smith hits them both.
Well, big man that makes their free throws. Bravo.
Outside, Edwards. At the Wall. Stolen by Wade. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by SGA.
Boy, the length of SGA. Get off your feet, young fella.
Shots good by Turner.
Boy, what a clean release from him to knock down that jumper.
And stolen by James. SGA from outside. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Of course, what about Miles Turner? He views himself as more than just an athlete.
I think he views himself as a Renaissance man, very much into style and fashion. He considers himself an artist. If you've ever seen any of his creations, they are mind-boggling. Miles Turner.
What about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. Oh, give me a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
Oh, a sweet jam. He really stuffed that one in.
Oh, the shot is pure from LeBron.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
To the inside. Out to Turner. Back to Randall. Takes a three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Oh, my goodness. What a response by Randall. Yes, you can make a three. So can I.
Connects from three-point range.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the team.
Wade feeling it out a bit. Offline with his three. And Edwards with a clean pass to the basket.
Boy, the timing, the leaping ability that Dwayne Wade has, he says to that weak effort.
It's stolen by Odom. To the middle. Smith's shot is good. Smith's got 6.
Just a passing clinic.
And again, no good by Chicago. West, right side. From the arc. Bosch grabs the miss. Here's Wall. And Wall slams it home.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Here's Odom. And so a pretty lopsided game.